It's No Signal, it's the Midlands show. I'm Kaylee Golding, your favourite girl from Brum.
And I'm Rakeem. Omar. We have a very, very special guest, and I put two verys in there because the guest is legendary, especially if you're from Birmingham. Tell them, Kaylee, who we have up in the place.
C4, all right, right.
Jeez! She was
Energy.
waiting to do that. I knew she was.
I've been practicing all day. I've literally been practicing.
Come on. What's good, guys? What's good? Thanks for having me, man.
Always welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I can't complain. Just chilling, man.
Nice.
What does it feel like for people to refer to you? Or do they? Is it just me being extra as one of like the OGs when it comes to being an artist from Birmingham, let alone the Midlands?
I'm just getting used to it because I still feel young. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I don't know, man. It's still, I'm still getting used to it, but it's not just you that's saying it. A lot of people have been saying it recently. So it is a good thing, though, man. I do appreciate it, really. But yeah, it's mad. It's mind blowing.
Because we grew up to listening to you.
Yeah.
When we was on the back of the bus, like the music keeps on playing, like we was listening to you on the Nokia phones at the back of the bus. So it's a bit wild that I go on Instagram and I just see that I hope you don't mind me saying it, but you did put it on the interwebs. The big 30, and I was thinking, hold on. But you was doing bits from where they
from time.
Yeah. Nah, it's mad. It's mad, as I said, like, because obviously I'm myself, so until people tell me what their views are and whatever, I'm not gonna know what people are thinking or what's the views and stuff. So recently a lot of people have been saying to me, yo, like, obviously you're a legend and whatever. And the first people that said that kind of brushed it off like legend, I allow it. But then the more people keep saying it, it's just like, raw, like I'm actually, you know what I mean? Do people view me as that? So yeah, it's crazy. I think Wiley told me that as well. Like, yo, I was like, okay, cool. Wow. Wiley saying it then. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
What is it about? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. What is it about that makes you think that yourself?
I don't. I just try to stay humble and stay working, you know, bro. Honestly, I don't give myself props or, you know what I mean, gas myself up and whatever. I believe in myself, obviously, and I'm trying to say do my thing. Obviously, I believe I'm good at what I do, but just the compliments and that, it's just mad, man. I don't know, man. I just feel like a regular guy out here, man. Just do my thing, you know what I mean?
Humble with it. Wait, so
yeah, man, it's mad.
If you've like recently turned 30 and we listened to you in school, etc., when did you even start music then? Because this must have been young.
Was you like 8?
I remember my first lyric was when I was 12, man. So I started young. I think people discovered my music in like Birmingham and whatever. My name started bubbling in Birmingham when I was about, I'd say like 14, 15. Wow. Them ages. So like when I was in school, I was already C4 when I was in secondary school with all my friends and whatever. And people knew my lyric, like, all right, and all of that stuff when I was in school. So yeah, I was one of them, like, you know, around the time Chip started blowing, like I'm from that generation, you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I had a lot of heat back then, definitely. Yeah, man.
How was music since then to now in Birmingham changed for you then? Because you've seen the artists, you know, rise with the likes of you, and then one since then. How have you viewed like the scene over these amount of years?
Well, it's mostly the platforms changing. So when I started, MySpace was the main thing. So everyone was on MySpace, everyone was on MSN. Those are the main two, you know what I mean, two places that people would like be online. It wasn't really like a social media era. We was kind of like the first kids that was on, you know what I mean, computers sharing music. And then as you said, like phones and all of that. So it was that kind of era. And I feel like there was a lot more community because I feel like you had to link up more for things to happen. And I think now everything's just online, like literally online. So it's a big shift. I can't lie to you, it's a big shift, but it's changed a lot. It has changed a lot, and I'm still trying to adapt to it, if I'm being honest, because as I said, I'm from that generation. Even though I still consider myself one of the young guys in this. There's a lot of stuff that I need to learn as well. The whole Spotify's and you know what I mean? Like it's just mad right now. So yeah, man.
Do you not think that helped the scene though? It being more of a online digital space, being able to then connect people much easier rather than having to be, in the streets.
It was more fun back in the day, I'd say. It was more fun. It's easier in terms of your music getting spread, but at the same time, there's a lot of traffic. So it's like, you know what I mean? Whereas back in the day, there wasn't as many known artists in Birmingham, I'd say. There was like a few, or you'd be like big in your ends, and then someone from the other ends would hear and they would know who you are as well. And then you just kind of set as, oh yeah, that's C4 and he does that. Whereas now there's C5, C6, C8, you know what I'm saying? So you just get lost in the mix a bit. But the good thing is obviously people have known my stuff from back in the day. So it's easier for me to cut through. Whereas I think if I was a new artist now, I would kind of be like, where the hell do I start to get my stuff heard? Because it's just mad.
If you was a new artist now and you come out now, what music do you think that you'd be doing?
Oh, that's a really good question, What would I be doing? Probably drill, like everyone else. I don't know. Like we was just doing music that was like hot in the streets back in the day. So grime was our thing. Obviously garage was the influence initially. And then we just wanted to pick up a mic and spray bars. But saying that though, what kind of drew me to grime was the different flows, the different ways you can say stuff, you know what I'm trying to say, and just the character you can put into your bars and stuff like that. And everyone had a slogan, but I feel like with like what's going on now, it's a lot of similar stuff, man. It's a lot of similar stuff. So I don't know if I would still be singing on drill as well, actually. And saying that, I've got one or two songs on drill beats as well from my upcoming project. So you're gonna hear that style very soon as well. So yeah.
We're gonna hear C4 singing on drill.
Singing and MCing, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I'm my strongest tunes, actually, I'll be honest. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to hear it, definitely.
Okay, exclusive.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when that drops, remember, it's mad.
Right, we have to get that first then. So, you let us know. So,
definitely.
With follow up. Yeah.
Definitely.
Before we get into a throwback from yourself, you did mention garage, and I feel like that was such a huge time in so many of our lives, especially those, who may have crossed over the 25 mark. What is it like now then to kind of see garage kind of make this return? Because we've seen the likes of, like, say, from AJ Tracy to Pink Pantheress doing it in their own way. I felt like there was a time when it kind of went quiet, and now there's like maybe a resurgence of sampling that. What's it like kind of seeing it from someone who was there in the early days?
It's interesting because I was doing, my was started off with grime, so people knew me from grime, and I would say, like the in-between kind of beats from garage to grime. So it was kind of like they were still trying to figure out the grime name and whatever. So I'm from that era. Then obviously I was doing grime. And then when I kind of came in the scene, the UK scene, like Proper Papa was when I dropped Off Track. And people were saying to me, I made it as a grime song. People were saying to me, that sounds like garage. So at the time, me and my manager, the plan was to kind of go more into the garage and drop more garage tunes. That's why Crazy Song came out and all of them kind of songs came out. But there wasn't a scene for it. So I spent years trying to bust garage and do all of this stuff, and then there was no scene for it. So a lot of my like core fans were asking me, C4, do you make music? They wanted the grime stuff, you know what I mean? So come back now, it's a bit weird. I'm just kind of like, what happened? Like, I'm a bit confused, if I'm being honest, you know what I mean? And people say to me now, it's a good time to drop garage now, but don't know, man, I got a bit of PTSD from that, man, dropping all them garage tunes, and then it wasn't really a scene, you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man, it's a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird one for me.
What do you think would happen though if you did do it? Do you think it would be just crickets?
I don't know, because when I was doing it, it wasn't crickets. There was still an audience for it. People loved it, but I became like the garage guy, and then there was no, like next level stuff going on, like to blow it up and whatever. I feel like that kind of stuff, you need like a backing for it to go to the next level, because there's not a scene and DJs to be playing the music all the time. It kind of just gets lost in the whole scene basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's mad. I would still drop garage now. Like I just make music for the love of it, you know what I mean? But yeah.
After the
I
drill.
think I need to kind of touch my core. I think the grime and stuff, I need to touch my core, you know what I mean? My core people, and just remind them that I can still spit bars and all of that stuff. So yeah, man.
For sure. Something I'd love to ask you about, actually. We seen before with garage. Obviously, you was in that generation that saw garage, that saw grime, and obviously there's a lot of stigma around grime at that time. Like raves were being shut down, etc. And I feel like we've seen that again with drill music. We've seen people be like, they can't make drill for this reason, that reason. Do you feel like you're just seeing it all over again, like history repeat itself with genres?
Yeah, because it's just like music from the streets, and you know, I feel like that's very important. Like the voices from the ends and from where things are actually going on, that's just the most important thing. And I think that just sets pace, that sets trends and whatever. In terms of like things getting shut down, as you know, it's been happening for years. I feel like it's a bit more prevalent now, and I think it's because of the content of the early drill songs where it was just strictly crud. And even I was just like, whoa, this stuff's a bit graphic, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like with grime, there was a bit more balance, you know what I mean? There was a bit more balance. It wasn't just straight crud. There was like guys that did crud, but then there was guys that were funny when they spat bars, and there was guys that had mad catchphrase, you know what I'm trying to say? So there was like more of a balanced thing. But saying that, I feel like drill right now, it's a bit more widely spread in terms of like what the stuff they're talking about. You've got different topics now, and it's better. I think it's better now.
Sure. I think it's just
Sorry,
kind of
did
like
I answer your question? I feel
you definitely answered
okay,
it. But
okay,
I think like that's the case with any genre though. Like as people have more time to experiment with it, because we've even got like R and drill now, where people are doing full on love songs on drill beats.
Oh, I think them songs are. I'm getting involved with that, you know. Trust me.
Yeah.
Not a love, not even love songs though. Just more. I feel like the R and drill is how it's called. I feel like, because this is what I've always tried to do, you know. I've always tried to do my singing stuff on hard beats. So I didn't want to sing on R&B like that, because I wanted it to have the balance of the energy, but the sweet harmonies and whatever. So when I'm hearing that, I'm like, oh, I love that. So I'm definitely getting involved with all of that stuff as well. Trust me. I think it's just a sick blend. Yeah.
This sounds lit. You've been part of a collab that Birmingham's never seen before. You've come together to create Brum Town All-Star Anthems. This is lit, because I've never seen this. You're calling yourselves the Mafia. Talk to us about how this collab even came together.
Yeah, so it's not like a crew like the Mafia. That's more the guy that put the tune together. That's his thing. So shout out Mafi. He had the idea to do like a Birmingham tune with a lot of people on there. And I just got the call. He said he really wants me on there. And yeah, it's been in the works for a minute, to be honest, you know. It's been in the works for a minute. But I just think because it's such an ambitious project in terms of getting a lot of Birmingham artists on one tune, it should be simple really, but for some reason it's just political and it doesn't happen all the time, or it's rare. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So the fact that he managed to pull it off, I have to salute him, you know, hats off to him and all them thing there. And to be honest, I'm just happy to be part of something like that as well, because I do feel like when certain things go on, a lot of my generation, or I should speak for myself, we get overlooked with certain things. When people speak about Birmingham and all of that stuff, it's just kind of like, oh, who's popping now? They don't really mention you know what I mean, like my generation or the grime lot. So it's just
why do you think that is?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I think maybe it's just people just give the easy answer because that person's popping, so we'll just say that person, or you know what I mean. So it's just nice to kind of be part of something that's being discussed, really. Yeah.
Yeah, For sure. As you just mentioned as well, it can be hard to get so many Birmingham artists together. How do you feel like we can improve that? Because it shouldn't feel so difficult. It shouldn't be like, math, hats off to you for being able to do it. We should be
I
able to
know.
just do it.
Yeah, for real. I mean, cause I'm saying that as well because I actually tried to do it as well before this tune dropped. And there's been attempts in the past as well. And there's not like a main reason. Like, there's been times when there've been like 20 Birmingham artists in the same studio, and there have been songs made, but they just don't get released for whatever reason. Like, there was a mad grime tune, Swifter was on the beat, like all the top grime MCs in Birmingham was on the tune.
Oh man.
And for some reason it didn't get dropped. So
so this song's just sitting there somewhere now.
Somewhere. And there was another tune that I was part of. I can't remember who produced that one. It might have even been Swifter again. It wasn't his song though. He was just like, you know what I mean? It was like a Birmingham thing. Everyone was coming together to make the tune happen. And then just crickets. Nothing happened. And then I think this year after did you guys see the Spiral set?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, I was trying to get all the MCs that was on the set, or a few of them that was on the set, and a few of them that wasn't on the set that, you know what I mean, could have been the set as well.
Yeah.
Get a grime tune. And my brother was on the production, Predator production, whatever. And then it still didn't happen. So when I'm saying, Math, you pulled something off, like you really pulled something off. And how to improve it, I just feel like people need to maybe see a tune get big for them to want them results, for them to want to get involved. I don't know. It's weird. There definitely should be more posse cuts from Birmingham. Definitely. Because the ones that have dropped have been successful. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But the thing is, as you said, the ones that have dropped really have. Like, even if we look at She Wants a Man from Brum, multiple people on that one. Birmingham Anthem, Lotto Boys linking up with JK. Like, we've had a few collaborations that have really blew up for the city. So I'm ready for them to keep coming, to be honest, personally.
Yeah, definitely. I'll keep trying, guys. Don't worry. I'll keep trying.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
So involved in this is obviously yourself, Fox, Marnie, OG, Nikki, RK, Socks, Trilla, Tremaine, Cholowski. Goes on. There's so many more. Cheeky question now for you, C4. Yeah, ready for this one?
I know you're gonna ask.
Yeah. Who do you think had the best bars? Who came correct? You can't see him right now, but he has a hat, and he raised the hat as an indication that he's referring to himself. Thank you. Just because it's radio. It's radio.
I let the people decide. Now, I think everyone done their thing. Definitely, everyone done their thing. I know why I came how I came. Basically, I wanted to do something that can say back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my intention. But I feel like everyone done their thing, man. Definitely. But people, you deciding it.
I like what he's doing there. Very, very politically correct. Very politically
correct. He said, I'm media trained. I know what to say.
Also, as well, the video, I love the fact that, you know, you featured people in the video that obviously you wouldn't hear on the song because maybe they're involved in like social media or the influencers. You know, we have like Can King, Sideman was in there as well. Me and Kaylee weren't in the video, but it's okay. Do you know what?
I did get an invite, yeah.
No.
I did.
Oh my days!
I was meant to be in the video.
No, it was just me!
Yeah, I was meant to be in the video, but on that day I weren't feeling well, so I couldn't travel back to Birmingham to be in the video.
You could have been in the video. Yeah. And you said no.
No, I didn't say no. I said yes. I had to cancel on the day. Thank you very much.
You played yourself.
Yeah, it was good, man. I mean, yeah, just have to big up Math, man. He's very ambitious, you know. He managed to get a lot of the other side of things in Birmingham, and, you know, a couple people that even like you know, like the One Day cast, and just a lot of them kind of nods. And there was even some people from Birmingham that I didn't realize was from Birmingham until I saw the video. You know what I mean? So even for me, I was like, oh wow, they're from Birmingham, sick. So yeah, man, I have to big him up still. Definitely. Big video, man.
It's there.
I am super excited to chat this project that you've been, you know, bringing up a little bit. We saw the post on Instagram, project loading.
Yeah. Loading.
When can we expect this project?
Okay, so very soon. I'm gonna say very soon for now. I'm not gonna put a date on it yet because I don't want to set a date and then something that you can't predict, you know what I mean, the future and whatever. So I don't want to gas you guys up until it's actually finished. and it's set to release, then I'll give you a date. But there's a lot of fire in there. I can't lie to you. There's a lot of fire in there, and there's a lot of collaborations on an unexpected guest as well. So you actually mentioned one of them, but you're not going to know who it was. So you're going to have to run the tape back and see.
Who did we say? Kaylee. Reel it back.
Okay, so we said she wants a man from Brum. We said Lotto Boys. We said JK. Who else did we mention?
Was it in the list of names of Real Duff? But no, they're involved in the collab, so that would be
imagine if it's Sideman and suddenly he's doing music and now he's on the project. Could you imagine?
Exclusives.
It could be that, you know. We never know.
Imagine that. Well, you'll see, man. You'll see. And then when obviously the track listing drops, then you'll run this back and you'll be like, C4.
We're going to do that.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that.
We are going to do that.
But,
I'm going to be thinking about this all day now. It's been out of my mind already.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, fine.
Let's do it. It's been amazing to speak to you, C4. This is lit. Like, you've literally been the soundtrack to so many people's like teenage years as I've been growing up. Are you still out here?
Appreciate it, bro, man.
This is amazing. Thank you so much for coming through this afternoon. Yeah.
Thanks, guys, man. I really appreciate it. Trust me.
No worries.
Oh, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna should I tell you this?
Oh.
We were saying goodbye. You want to just casually drop exclusives again?
I know.
I'm feeling the love, man. I feel like I need to give you something before we
drop
go.
it for them.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I'll tell you the project name.
Oh.
So the project was made during COVID, you know, when all of the tiers were going on. Yeah. And I decided to call it Tier 4. So
that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So a little exclusive here.
You're smart with it.
And the second exclusive is the name of that collab again. What was that? I tried it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man. So look out for Tier 4. Look out for Tier 4. It's coming soon. Coming very soon.
It's lit.
It's a very soon for me. Oh, thank you so much again for passing through.
Nah, it's cool. Thanks for having me, guys. Love and respect.